Assalamu alaikum to all of you. Auzu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Rabbi yassir wa la tuassir wa tammim bil khair. Students, I hope you all are good. So this video is for the quiz competition of Pakistan Studies and the subject code is 2059. This quiz is from the book of Environment of Pakistan and it is comprised of unit 3 and 4 of O2 and unit 2 of O1. So now we are going to start our quiz. We would read the questions one by one and then we would find out the answers. So let's begin. The first question is the mining methods. You have to tell me the mining methods. So the first one is adit mining. The seam of mineral is exposed on a slope and is approached through a tunnel from the side of a hill. The second one is shaft mining. Vertical shafts goes down the hill till it reaches the seam of mineral. Then direction of mine can be changed according to seam of mineral deposit. The third one is open cast mining. If the seam of the mineral lies close to surface, the mineral is scooped up with the help of excavators and power shovel. The next question, what is squaring? So basically it is an open cast mining. The useful part of rock is cut off with the help of hand tools, power saw and explosives. Alright students, so here is the picture that demonstrates the method. So the next question is name one non-metallic mineral extracted in Pakistan. So the answer is marble. So the next question, state the meaning of terms mineral exploration and mineral extraction. So mineral exploration is basically searching out for minerals and mineral extraction means working and taking out the mineral from mines. So the next question is what are the hurdles in the way of mineral development? So it's the lack of capital, technical knowledge and experts, government priorities and mismanagement. Remote deposits basically have difficult access. So that is why these are the hurdles in the way of mineral development. The next question. What is mixture of rock salt and water called? So the answer is brine. So the next question, what are the uses of limestone? Limestone is raw material for cement. It is used in manufacturing glass, soap, paper, bleaching powder and paints. Which of the mineral has the most widespread deposits? So the answer is limestone. What are uses of gypsum? It is raw material for cement and plaster of Paris. It is used to manufacture fertilizers, paints and prefabricated boards and used to treat salinity. What is meant by subsistence fishing? So basically subsistence fishing is done on small scale to fulfill or meet the needs of the family either in the form of food, basically to supply the nutrition to the family. What is commercial fishing? Commercial fishing is carried out at large scale. Usually mechanized boats and large nets are used. Fish catch is on large scale to earn money. Name the types of marine fish caught from coastal areas of Pakistan. So shark, drum, croaker, skates, ray, herring, mackerel, sardines, shrimps. These are the examples as shown in the figures. The next question. Name the fishing tools used for fishing. So nets, floats, winches, fishing rods, nylon rope, hooks. These are all the tools used in catching the fish. The next question. Name the largest fishing products of Pakistan. So shrimps is the answer. Name the fishing ports of Balochistan. So these are some of the ports: Jiwani, Gwadar, Pasni, Ormara and Sonmiani. What are uses of fish? So fish is a source of nutrition, white meat it is and has low cholesterol. Oil extracted from fish is source of nutrition. Fish waste is used to make fertilizers and poultry feed. The next question. Name fish harbor या ports located on Sindh coast. So Karachi fish port and Korangi fish port is the answer. What is marine fishing? Marine fishing is done in water sources or reservoirs in the interiors of the land like rivers and lakes, etc. Name the types of inland fish catch. So, rahu, phalla, thalla, manasir, carp, trout, gulfam, and carp. What are the natural inputs factors that affect the agriculture production? So, land, soil, climate, water, and temperature. What are the human factors that affect the agricultural production? So, these are the factors like capital, machines, fertilizers, skilled labor, knowledge, land ownership, irrigational methods, and pesticides. What are the Rabi crops? So, the crops that are grown at the beginning of the winter season, like October to November, and they are harvested in early summers in April to May. So, examples have been given like wheat, gram, potato, mustard, coriander, oats. What are the Kharif crops? The crops that are sown in summer, like in April to June, and harvested in early winters from October to November. Examples may include rice, sugarcane, millets, maize, etc. What amount of rainfall is required for wheat production? So, moderate rainfall, a little rain just before the harvesting of the wheat would swell the grain and ensure the better yield. How much rain is required for the production of rice? So, heavy rainfall of at least 1270 mm but over 2000 mm is ideal. So, basically, we need the flooded fields in the growing period, that is 4 to 6 months. What kind of virus can usually attack the cotton crop? So, it's the leaf curl virus. What is transhumance? So, this phenomena basically is the system of livestock farming in which the animals are kept on pastures high up in the mountains in summer and brought down to lower pastures in winters. What are the physical requirements for industrial location? So, we have to see the natural routes and the site requirements. What are the human factors required in choosing industrial location? So, this is access to market, availability of raw material, skilled labor, power supply, capital, industrial linkage. How much employment is being provided by cotton textile industry in Pakistan? So basically it provides employment to 50% of the labor who work in industrial sector. State some of the problems in textile sector. So these are shortage of raw material, recession in international market, strong competition, more requirement of capital, outdated textile machinery, high cost of imported machinery. What is the ideal location for the sugar industries? So they have to be located near sugarcane fields because sugarcane needs to be crushed soon after its harvesting because it begins to lose its sugar content. The next question. And other than that, it's bulky and heavy. So to make its transport easy, we have to choose the industrial location that is near to the sugarcane field. What are the favorable factors for the development of the cement industry? Availability of raw material like limestone and gypsum, good domestic market, availability of natural gas as a cheap fuel. What is a formal sector of employment? So in this employers are employed by institution. It is mechanized, standard in quality of goods, legal and registered, regular working hours. State some of the problems of cotton industries. So they have limited profit, they have lack of quality, outdated methods of production are used, electricity crisis, production costs are relatively very high. So in this picture you can see there are lots of examples given about the cottage industry. What exports are under primary commodities in Pakistan? So this is raw cotton, fruits and vegetables, leather and fish. What exports come under processed goods? So this is basically cotton yarn. This is one of the example. What was the major exports of Pakistan till 2012? So cotton products, basically 50.1%. What difference has come in exports of primary commodities over the time? So it was 48% in 1974 to 1975, but it reduced to almost 18% till 2012. What are the three classifications of export items? So capital goods, consumer goods, then raw material. Raw material for either capital goods or raw material for consumer goods. What is trade embargo? So a government order imposing a trade barrier on certain products from certain countries. What is the trade route between Pakistan and China? So north of Pakistan is linked with China through Karakoram highway, as you can see. What is the trade route between Pakistan and Iran? So RCD highway connects southwest of Pakistan with Iran and Turkey. So this is the RCD highway. What is negative balance of payment? So if we have value of exports minus value of imports. Why Pakistan has negative balance of payment? Import of value added goods, less exports of value added goods, lack of quality control, high prices of oil, and a very strong and hard competition in the world market. What is EPZs and its purpose? So this is export processing zone. They basically produce products that are only of the export quality. And list the main trading blocks of Pakistan. So SAARC, South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation, ECO is Economic Cooperation Organization, and ASEAN is Association of Southeast Asian Nations. What is WTO and how many members it has? So basically it's World Trade Organization. It has 147 members including Pakistan. What is TDAP? So this is Trade Development Authority of Pakistan. How long the Pakistan railway track is extended? So basically it's 11,899 kilometers. Describe the multi-gauge system of Pakistan Railway. So there are basically three types. First one is broad gauge. It's 5 feet 3 inches. Then there comes meter gauge. It's 3 feet 3 inches. Then narrow gauge. It's 2 feet 6 inches. It's not now in action. The narrow gauge. Next question. What are the dry ports? So a custom office in the cities far from seaports where the export material is being checked and cleared to be transported to Karachi port. What is N5 and where it stretches? So basically the National Highway or Grand Trunk Road, both are the names of N5. It stretches 1260 kilometers from Karachi through Lahore and Peshawar to Turkham, which is the last town on Pakistan-Afghanistan border. Name two major seaports of Pakistan, so Kemari and Port Qasim. How can telecommunication promote education? So it makes distance learning possible. It brings more information to pupils' learning zone. Ways or modes of communications are given in the picture attached. What are the government plans to enhance the telecommunications in Pakistan? So widely spread infrastructure required for telecommunication, developing internet centers such as cyber cafes, producing highly trained IT professionals, encouragement of software industry. So that was all about the quiz competition. All of you prepare well for the quiz competition. Best of luck, guys.